Welcome to Confident and Empowered, the Encourage Over Everything show, the soul charged space where main character energy isn't just a mindset, it's a movement. And this is for the woman who's ready to stop shrinking, stop performing, and start living her most aligned, expressed, and elevated life. I'm your host, Letitia Hopkins, life, love, and empowerment coach, here to help you activate the version of you who no longer waits to be chosen because she's already chosen herself. Okay? This isn't just self-help, it's a self-return. It's identity work, a love work, a leadership work, and it's personal. This is your show, your era, your main character moment. Let's make it legendary. You've been playing small long enough. It is time to speak life into your life. These aren't just your regular schmegular affirmations. They're your main character activations. Say it loud. I am the main character and I live it. Download your power affirmations in the show notes below. Hey friend, your era isn't waiting on perfect conditions. It's waiting on you. There's no perfect timing, no perfect plan, no perfectly healed, glowing version of you. There's only the move, the one you already know you've been avoiding, the one that's been whispering in your spirit like, hey girl, it's time. You don't get to your next level just by thinking about her. You get there by moving like her. Here's the plot twist you didn't see coming. Your next level isn't hiding behind a perfect plan, a perfect moment, or even a perfectly polished version of you. Say that 3 times fast. It's waiting behind the brave move you've been putting off. No overthinking, no constant rehearsing. No, I'll do it when I feel ready. Because newsflash, ready is a myth. You don't feel ready, you build ready. And today, we're flipping the switch from waiting to walking because your era isn't a someday vibe. It starts now. Let's talk about the part that doesn't get said out loud. The real reasons you're not moving forward isn't because you're lazy. It's not because you don't want it badly enough. It's not even because you don't know. And I know that's contrary to popular belief. It's just because your brain is busy thinking up all of the reasons why you need to still wait. Your brain is busy trying to protect you from the fear of failure. It's constantly asking, what if I fail? If I try and it flops, what does that say about me? But sis, not moving doesn't save you from failure. It just guarantees regret. Not making the move doesn't protect your confidence. It just delays your transformation. Besides, the road to success, it's paved with failure. It is meant It is a part of the process to fail along the way. Because how else are you going to learn how to do it right if you don't stumble and fall and scrape your knee and have your best friend there standing with antiseptic wipes? Let's normalize failure as a part of the process. And no, failure is not your self identifier. I see this so much in my clients, and I say this to you with so much love. Failure is not your identity, it is not who you are. Failure is a part of the process that you take to getting to anywhere that you want to be. So please stop linking and attaching failure to you as if failure is who you are. Failure is not who you are. It is not your identity. It is simply a part of the process. And let that sink in. And if the fear of failure isn't quite your vibe, maybe the fear of success is. Constantly asking, what if this works? What if this takes off? Can I handle it? Can I sustain it? Success threatens the version of you that's gotten comfortable managing low expectations. But trust me, this version of you is already equipped for the next level. She just hasn't met herself in motion yet. You are not afraid of failing. You're afraid of being seen, succeeding, and no longer having the excuse to play small. Because trust me, in order for you to succeed, you have to be willing to give up something. And sometimes that something is the excuse of playing small. Your success is going to cost you no longer dimming your light, standing in the sidelines, or blending into the background. If you can dream it and have the desire, you already have what it takes for success. Now it's time to accept it as such. And maybe that's not you. Maybe you're more like me and you fall into the perfection pause, or what I like to call perfection paralysis. You know, the classic, I'm not ready, or once I tweak this and polish that, maybe just plan it out a little more, then I'll go. We call it preparing, planning, researching, and waiting until we feel ready. But that's the lie that actually is what's keeping us safe, small, and stuck. But what we're really saying is, I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of being seen or not getting it right the first time. It's easy to use planning as a pacifier, staying busy to avoid being brave. Perfection is just procrastination, wearing a blazer, and calling itself being responsible. But perfect isn't the goal. Progress is. And you get there by doing the thing, not just getting stuck in rehearsals. Confidence isn't built beforehand. Confidence is the muscle you grow in motion. Clarity doesn't just show up first, courage does. You are not missing a plan, you are missing the moment you decide to start. Confidence isn't a vibe, it's a decision. Let's build it. You become confident by embodying it right now. And I've got just a tool to help you do exactly that. The main character confidence checklist is your free glow up guide to help you walk in rooms more confidently, speak up louder, and show up like the star you are. It's simple, it's powerful, and it works because confidence isn't about faking it, it's about remembering who you are. Download the checklist now using the link in show notes, and baby, don't just check the boxes, own them. Now, friend, let me tell you, because I have lived this and still have to give myself the top flight business, aka check myself before I wreck myself. For the longest time, I kept saying I wanted to relaunch my podcast. I had the ideas, the branding, the energy, but I kept telling myself that I kept telling myself I needed the perfect intro music or the perfect launch strategy or the perfect window of time where life wasn't so, doing its thing and life in. I told myself it was just planning. But the truth, it was just fear in disguise. I wasn't waiting on readiness. I was avoiding the brave move. And then one day I realized the one thing between me and this next level season was a decision, not a plan, not a spreadsheet, just a decision. So I did it. I launched. I dropped the episodes. I pressed record. I stopped editing myself out of the moment that was always meant to be mine. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But was it powerful? Absolutely. Because that brave moment, the brave move, brought this whole new wave of momentum right on into my life. This podcast isn't just content, it's a complete declaration that my era is now. So let's normalize granting ourselves the freedom to build and become while in motion. Because here's the truth: confidence is not built in theory, it's built in the doing. You can't think your way into becoming her. You have to move. Clarity is not just going to show up before courage, they really go hand in hand. It shows up because you were brave enough to start. So ask yourself, how much longer will you hold yourself hostage to an imaginary perfect moment? Because perfection won't save you, momentum will. And if the perfection pause isn't quite your jam, maybe you're just stuck in overwhelm and decision fatigue. You've got 18 tabs open in your brain and on your browser. All that constant scrolling on socials and all the decision making that's going on. Do you like it? Do you heart it? Do you leave a comment? Do you share it? And then if you actually have to post, that sparks a whole other series of decisions. One part of you wants to post the thing. Another part of you wants to redo the whole branding. Another part whispers, maybe you should wait until Mercury is out of its retrograde. Decisions, decisions, decisions. You are not paralyzed because you don't care, but because you're carrying too much. And here's the reframe: you don't need the right answer. You just need to make the next brave decision. Clarity doesn't come before the move, it meets you in it. And I'm telling you, it's ready to do just that. Another reason for waiting might be you're still seeing yourself through an outdated identity. Mm. You keep asking, who am I to do this? And I'm here to flip that on its head. Who are you not to do it? You're measuring your readiness by who you've been instead of who you are becoming. But, friend, that version of you, the aligned, unapologetic, walking in purpose you, she doesn't arrive on cue. She's revealed in motion. You don't wait to feel like her. You become her by moving like her. I have to keep stressing this because it is so important. This is the identity shift that you've been waiting for. Or maybe it's just the good old, you're scared of what they'll say. Let's go there. You are not just afraid of failing, but afraid of being seen, of being too much, of making others uncomfortable with your confidence, clarity, and next level energy. So you shrink, you self edit, and you wait. But hear me when I say this: the people who are for you will not be intimidated by your becoming. And the ones who are were never meant to go with you. So if the move you are about to make shakes the room, good. You didn't come here to play small, you came to lead, honey. So if you are afraid of what they'll say, in the famous words of Mel Robbins, let them. Because guess what? Whether you do, you don't, or you will or won't you. Like Missy Elliott said, honey, it doesn't even matter what you do or not do for that matter, because people are always going to have something to say. So instead, let's give them something to talk about. Okay, to know me is to know my brain works off of song lyrics and quotes from movies, okay? But I'm saying all of this to say main characters go first. Supporting characters, they wait for an invitation. Main characters, they set the scene. They don't ask for permission or validation. They create the vibe. They go first, even when it's uncomfortable. Why? Because momentum loves action. It doesn't care if your first step is awkward. Momentum rewards the move. Your job is not to have every single step mapped out. Your job is to trust the first step, to believe that one step, the brave move, is enough to shift your entire timeline. Main characters, they don't wait for the spotlight, they create it. You are the initiator, the energy setter, the scene stealer of your life. And you know what separates her from the background characters? She moves first. She doesn't sit around hoping for the perfect plan that it's going to magically appear and make everything all perfect. She trusts her next steps will reveal the next one. Kind of like Michael Jackson stepping on all of the lit up stones, honey. Okay? Momentum doesn't come from thinking, it comes from moving. The magic, it's the minute you take one brave step, your brain starts rewiring. Your brain is like, oh, we really doing this. It's not always about giant leaps. It's about proving to yourself over and over again that you are not afraid to move before the music starts. Friend, you know there's more for you, more confidence, more clarity, more alignment. But somewhere along the way, you stopped asking yourself what you really want. And it's time to reconnect, to remember who you are before the doubt, the pressure, and the perfectionism took over. The main character energy journal prompts are your daily invitation to step back into your power, to get honest, to dream boldly, to see yourself again. This is where the identity shift actually begins. Not just with words, but with truth, with self-awareness, with you. Start your journaling journey today and write your way back to the most magnetic, aligned, and unstoppable version of yourself. You are not just chasing your next era, you are being her. Grab the main character energy journal prompts now in the link in the show notes, okay? Okay, friend, let's talk about the momentum code because it is built like this: one brave move and then another brave move. Stack it, repeat it, and suddenly you've become unstoppable. We often wait for motivation to show up first, but motivation doesn't create momentum. It's actually the reverse. Momentum creates motivation. Think about the last time you avoided something for days, honey. And the second you finally did it, you thought, why didn't I just do this sooner? That's the magic. Not in waiting, but in moving. Brave doesn't have to be big. It can look like sending an email, saying no without explaining yourself. Because yes, no is a complete sentence. Maybe it's saying yes, even though your voice shakes, or choosing rest because your worth isn't tied to hustle. Every choice is a brick, every move is momentum. That's how eras are built, one unapologetic choice at a time. Your era won't arrive in a dramatic movie montage. It's built in micro moves. Brave doesn't have to be loud. Brave means aligned. Brave is applying for that thing, sending the pitch, saying no to what drains you and yes to what stretches you. Momentum is magnetic. The second you stop waiting and start stacking small moves, you start to feel unstoppable because the truth, it's not about the size of the move. It's about the energy it creates. When you stack micro moves, you look up one day and realize, I'm not waiting for my era. I'm living it. Okay, now listening is cute and all, but embodiment is everything. So let's get into this self love two step. Okay, step one, make the move. That thing that you've been avoiding, now is the time, even if it's messy and especially if it's not perfect. Send the pitch, post the idea, say yes or say no. Whatever brave looks like to you today, move. And step two, whip out your journal and journal this. What am I done waiting for? And what brave move will I make today to honor who I'm becoming? That's what I'm talking about. Bravery is contagious. And when you start, you'll shock yourself at how unstoppable you really are. Now, let me pour into you right quick because I need you to catch this truth. The life you want isn't waiting for a perfect version of you to show up. It's waiting for a present, willing, an imperfect but brave you. Your era isn't about knowing every single step. What's important is trusting the next step. You don't need all the answers. You need momentum. So if you've been waiting for a sign to make the move, this is it. No more one day today. is the day you take your power back. Stop talking yourself out of the thing that could change everything. No one is coming to hand you the keys to your next level because you are the key. You are the open door. It doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. It just has to be yours. So when fear pops up and says, not yet, your answer is watch me. Because who gonna check me, boo? Listen, friend, you don't become her just by thinking. You don't become who you are meant to be by playing it safe. You become her by deciding, by moving, by stacking one brave, audacious, messy step after another until one day you look up and realize, okay, I did that. And this is your reminder. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to build unstoppable momentum if you'll just start. So tell me, what brave move are you claiming this week? Drop me a comment on this episode so that I can cheer you on and shout from the rooftops because I'm going to be there cheering you on like it's opening night and you're the headliner, okay? Main character, I need you to hear this. You are not unqualified. The only thing between the you of today and the version of you are craving to be is one brave move. And when you make it, even if it's tiny, you start to see her. You start to trust her because you start to become her. I'm standing here with you, friend, like your favorite hype woman on opening night, front row, and screaming like a crazy person. Because I know this. Your era, it starts the second you decide. Now go head on now and make your move. And just like that, queen, another layer of your glow up activated. But don't just listen, live it. Because main character energy isn't just a vibe, it's a decision. And you just made it. Want to keep this energy going? If something in today's episode hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Fix another queen's crown. Share it, review it, or send it on with love. Whatever feels aligned. Your words, your stars, they help this message reach even more hearts and many more glow ups. When you share this show, you are not just spreading encouragement, you are reminding another woman she always had the power. We are rewriting stories, raising standards, and showing the world what empowered love really looks like. So remember, when you show up for you first, everything else aligns. Until next time, walk in your power, love out loud, and keep showing up like the main character you were born to be. Say it with me now. I am the main character of my life. I lead with love and I rise on purpose. All right now, friend, let's go. Your era isn't coming, it's arrived. And you already know how we do it around here. We don't settle, we shine. All because together we can encourage over everything.